Welcome, folks, to another episode of Zoomin' with Zach. And yes, it's the first show of 2023. Late as F in the year for it to be that, but life be lifing. And January and February came and went. Awesome months. A lot of great things occurred, but I just ain't had time to get to the show. And I'll be damned if I don't get into Women's History Month and don't have some amazing women on the show for y'all to meet. So I said, let's get on it. Let's get some guests in here. And I got a great one for you. I'm super excited to get right into it. Again, please like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And welcome to Zoom with Zach. Let go. Again, welcome, folks, to another Zoom In with Zach. Super excited to be back and start getting these rolling out again. I'm sorry I've kept you waiting and distant from all these amazing folks I've met over the years, but we back at it. We gonna get it rolling. And of course, I always have a little question, a little trivia. So I'm going to ask y'all, why did Duracell donate batteries for their matching gift program? Why did Duracell donate batteries for their matching gift program? Now, of course, I always try to link my question up to the industry or the world of my guests as best I can. And I got awesome women for y'all to meet today. So I'm not going to waste no more time. This is the wonderful Monique Galliard. Monique is fantastic. And I met her back when I was at My New Philly. Let me make sure Monique going. Hey, Monique.
Hey, everybody. Hey, Zach.
How are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
I'm hanging in. And I'm telling folks, so we met before the pandemic, and we did a video project for you. And what was the company you were with then?
I was with Tabor Children's Services.
Yep. I think it started from, we did a thing focusing on highlighting some kids through Tabor. I think that's how we ended up knowing about each other.
But during their holiday Christmas program.
Yep. And then you had us do this awesome project. And it was actually one of the first projects me and my man James got to do exclusively, like by ourselves. Like we didn't have Kyrie with us, kind of making sure we didn't mess up. Like we were rocking at that point. And that was fantastic. It was a great program, and we got to meet you, and we've been friends ever since. So yeah, man, I'm super excited to just have you on the show and share people all the things you do. Because I don't know if you saw when I posted, I said you're one of my inspirations to eventually run a marathon.
Really? Oh goodness.
Which I ain't say when or how soon, but I was like, yo, Monique out here trying to get back in marathon shape and do her thing. I need to follow suit. So please tell me a little bit about yourself, what you're into and what you do.
Oh God, I don't know. I do a whole bunch of stuff, but I enjoy it all. And it's all centered around connecting individuals. Let's see. I am a social worker by passion, trade, and training. I worked in child welfare for about 15 years. I recently started working in the IT industry, but more so on the workforce development side. So transitioning those skills from social work into development work, workforce development, to help individuals get connected to careers in IT, especially those in underserved populations. Additionally, I am a track coach. I coach a high school track team, Penwood High School. I've been coaching there for about 12 years now. That blew my mind when I realized that. I've had some Olympians under my belt, national champions, but all in all, we graduate all of our seniors and they all go on to be phenomenal individuals. So it's really about building up the whole person throughout the process. Let's see what else. I cycle now. I don't run too much anymore, but I do cycle. So I did a 65-mile bike ride 2 years ago from Benjamin Franklin Bridge to Atlantic City Shore. And honestly, I was just focused on finishing. I did not care about anything else. I was talking to people, connecting with people, laughing, having a good time, and just focusing on the outcome of finishing. So that's
let me ask you about that, because I do remember when you were getting ready and training for that, and that was right around when I started getting on the bike. And 5 miles was like, you did good work. And I'm like, 65. First off, if you ride to AC, do you ride back or you get like a ride back, or
no? No, I actually spent the night. My mom and my family met me up there. I got a hotel, and right after that, like, they have a little party for you. And then I went up to the hotel, took a shower, and went to bed. But if you wanted to, you could catch a bus back and come back to the city or what have you. But no, I wasn't riding back.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to do, and I can substitute marathon for long ass bike ride. I'm down to do that switch as well.
It's coming up. It's coming up in July.
All right, let's talk about July 2024. 20 July 23 is going to be here tomorrow. I feel like that's very, very soon. But I've been trying. I'm getting in shape. I'm working out. So
you have, and I see you.
I'm trying to get into long distance bike mode, and then maybe marathon sometime down the line after that.
Okay.
And give me another. I know you briefly mentioned it, but tell me more about your business, your consulting practice that you created.
Yeah, so I started Curated Connections in February, and honestly, it was an opportunity for me to just take what I do every day, professionally and otherwise, and just help people to build their connection base, build their personal ecosystem, if you will. Sometimes when people are starting businesses or whatever they're doing, they're trying to get out there and network. And not everybody understands that networking, one, is beyond just going into this big old room and getting a whole bunch of business cards. It could be working on committees. It could be volunteering. It could be even internally at your personal job or your professional job, getting on some of the work committees that you have there just to learn who individuals are and even see if they're the right person for you to connect to. That way, when you get into other atmospheres and aspects, you're not overwhelmed by everybody that's there. You know what your plan is, what you're looking for, and how to target that individual.
Awesome. You know, I'm a dot connector. I love that space. You know, making matches between other folks and building my Rolodex. It's part of why this show even exists. I don't want to hoard my relationships. I want to take them and show them to everybody else. So that's fantastic. And before we go over to the best part of the show, three random questions. You had some events that you mentioned to me earlier. Can you tell people a little bit about what you got coming up?
Sure. So for Tech Impact, my job, we have a career fair coming up. It could be for individuals that are looking to get into the tech industry, but also for employers to see all of the wonderful people that have come through our IT Works program, our apprenticeship program, that are skilled, certified, and ready to go into the tech industry. So that's going to be on May 11th. 2023, and it is virtual. You don't have to go anywhere. Zach showed you the flyer, so just go ahead and log in and see what we have available for you.
And we'll make sure to comment under the video when we're done, a link that folks can
definitely
register. You had something else come up. Let me see what you got over here. March 30th. What's happening?
Yeah, so that's this is the Women's Leadership, the Women in Business Leadership Summit for the Central Bucks Women in Business. So I happen to be one of the chairpersons for this committee. And I'm also on the Central Bucks Chamber Board of Directors as the Vice President for Special Events. So this is one of the activities that we're doing for Women's History Month. And it's so special because all of the proceeds that we get from this event go towards scholarships for women 25 years of age and older that are looking to continue to advance themselves educationally or otherwise.
No, that sounds awesome. Two fantastic events. We'll make sure to have links to both of those and check them out. And like Monique, like you say, I do a lot. Monique do a lot. So she's got hands in all these different pots, which is fantastic. So Monique, as we always do on this show, it's time for 3 random questions.
Okay.
So I need you to give me a 3-digit number. One of those numbers can be the same, and you're going to get 3 random questions corresponding with those numbers. So what is your number?
963.
She went with the I was about to embarrass myself because I don't remember my math terms. I was going to say prime numbers, but no, when it's 369, they go in order. What's that called? There's a term for that. Anyway.
I was that person who got in trouble for being too social in school in math class.
Okay. So you don't know either.
Okay.
Fair. Number 9, first one. What's one of the biggest hurdles you've overcome or didn't overcome? And what have you learned from it? That's a doozy.
It is. And it's interesting. So this is an interesting question because I was a hurdler in high school when I ran track. So I love hurdle questions. I would say one of the biggest hurdles that I came to was my first. So I'm in the PhD program. And one of my biggest hurdles was starting a PhD program during the pandemic. That was also the year that we did our presentation for Tabor for the Taste of Tabor virtual. So I had to learn all about audio visual and putting on a virtual production, and something kind of faltered, and it was the academics. I had to learn how to be a virtual student after not being in school for 10 years. That whole experience taught me the power of persistence, resilience, and dedication.
Right. That's fantastic. 6. Let's see here. Ooh. What skill set did you gain or improve during the quarantine? This question is starting to get old because like we got a little distance from the quarantine now, so I might switch this out at some point, but it's still here. So,
but it's relevant. So my
for
skill
sure.
that I gained is working with audio visual, putting together virtual productions.
Right.
And for the Women in Business event, we do have some videography that's going to be going on. And so I was able to take what we learned, Zach, and say, okay, this is what I need for this, and take those experiences from that and transition them.
Fantastic. Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I didn't touch these platforms prior to the pandemic. Now
Exactly.
I can barely do this show because I produced 6 other shows like it at this point.
Wow.
So it like life be life, and like I said. And your last number was 3. Looking ahead, what's something major you hope to accomplish in the next 2 years?
Oh, goodness, so much. So I just started my business, Curated Connection. So I'm looking to enhance that and just bring it to vision in the way that I see best fit and really connecting people. So that's one thing. I told you I'm in a PhD program. So we have these things called comps coming up. And it's this mystical thing that everybody talks about and they try to scare you, but just staying calm and realizing that I have the knowledge that I need to get through that and then get ready to write this dissertation.
I love it. That's fantastic. And since you answered those questions so efficiently, I've chosen to give you a bonus question
Oh, okay.
because it's my favorite question. If you could only listen to one album or artist while you do work, what or who would it be?
So I just went to go see Elle Varner at City Winery in Philadelphia.
Right.
Phenomenal show. I love her. I've loved her ever since I saw her on the BET Awards in like 2012. So right now I've been rocking out with Elle, both of her albums. And she has some new music coming out, phenomenal music. But definitely her first one, Perfectly Imperfect.
Solid answer. You're too precise. You don't even think. You just like boom, got an answer. That's why this joint was
Well,
quick.
you got good questions, Ed.
I mean, good questions don't always mean quick answers.
Okay.
Now let's see if you get this question. Let's go back to our trivia that we started the show with. Do you have an answer for it? I'm gonna cover you up for a second. Why did Duracell donate batteries for their matching gift program? And if you're watching at home, you're welcome to throw in your guess, put it in the chat, put it in the comments. Why did Duracell?
So I was going to say because they wanted to make sure that people stay charged. I don't know.
Solid. Why did Duracell donate batteries for their matching gift program? Because they were free of charge.
Okay. All right. We was
The
there
right
a little
amount of
bit,
corniness.
free of
The right
charge.
amount of
Okay.
corniness makes it hard to get.
Mm-hmm.
This is fantastic. Listen, everybody, I hope y'all can link up with Monique. I don't think I actually even flashed your socials on the page. Where do people find you and follow you and connect with you at, Monique?
So I'm really big right now on LinkedIn.
LinkedIn's
And
the
my name
place.
is
Where we
Monique
live.
L. Gaillard. I've chosen one platform to do a lot of my social media. So I'm really big on LinkedIn right now, but I also still post on Facebook and Instagram traditionally.
Got you. Awesome, awesome. So, folks, as always, thank you for watching. I will look to get more of these out more frequently so you can meet more amazing people. But in the meantime, listen to Monique, see what she got to say, and check us out next time.
Hey everybody. So thank you again for tuning in to Zooming with Zach. It was an awesome show. Again, if you want to go to the employer career fair, that's on May 11th. And also we still have registration open for the Women's Leadership Summit. It's in Bucks County at the Bucks County Community College. We have phenomenal speakers. We have 2 keynote speakers and a beautiful panel discussion, all focused around cultivating the leader within and facilitating flourishing leadership in challenging times. And we've all been in challenging times. We're still here today, so we're all flourishing. So definitely check those out. And if not, just connect with me on LinkedIn and I'll be happy to talk to you. Have a great day.